Welcome back, you fucking freak. I did a shoot interview with Madman Pondo for 90 fucking minutes. It was so dope. I got him to speak on literally almost every single match that I've covered from him, and this is a short little teaser I'll give you guys. I got him to talk on the fucking grandfather clock incident. Check this out. If you haven't seen the grandfather clock incident, there's a link in the description. Another one that is a classic, dude, that I've been dying to hear your side of the story. The grandfather clock incident with Mitch Page, bro.
The grandfather clock was supposed to be me.
Really?
I was the one. Yeah, I was supposed to be the one to get hit with the grandfather clock. Back in the Kmart building, another piece of shit named Ox Harley threw me in a vat of rubbing alcohol. And when he did that, wasn't his fault, it was my fault. A whole bunch of it went down my throat. A whole bunch of rubbing alcohol went down my throat. So when I got to the back, my skin, my whole body was completely white. And they was getting ready to take me to the hospital. I went outside, I hurled and fucking puked until I couldn't puke no more. And when I came back in, my color came back. So I was pretty fucked up over rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
It was to the point that if I was in a locker room and somebody started cleaning their body off with rubbing alcohol, it would start my gag reflex right away. I'd have to get away from those people. So that match that me and Mitch Page had, we used light tubes, or somebody used light tubes before, with light tubes filled with rubbing alcohol. So I don't know if it was already on the mat or if it was in the light tubes, but it started to rain during that match. And the minute and we was outside, the minute it started to rain, that smell came up, and I started smelling it. And I went over, I said, Mitch, we got to go home right now. I'm getting ready to puke. We got to go home right now. Mitch said, use the grandfather clock. So I did. Yeah, right? I used the grandfather clock. And then it was so odd. I saw something like hanging from the side of Mitch's face, from the side of his head. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then when I got close enough, it was his ear. And he's getting ready to grab it. And I grab him by the wrist and I say, no, don't touch that. Don't fucking touch that. And again, I start yelling for an ambulance, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm the most dangerous guy in fucking IWA Mid-South right now that I can't stop hurting my friends. So I did go to the hospital with Mitch as well. And the ambulance that he was in, they pulled over a grate, and they had a large squeegee, and they was squeegeeing the blood out of the floor of that ambulance. So I knew it was bad, and
Holy shit.
To this day, I so apologize. He's not really a fan of mine anymore, but I will say this, I miss Mitch Page more than he will ever know. He was one of the funniest guys I ever met in the world. But maybe someday we'll get together and talk again. Who knows?
Hell yeah, man. That was a little snippet for your fucking spoiled, greedy asses. Be sure to check out Madman Pondo's book, Memoirs of a Madman, and get his shirts at deathmatchworldwide.com. The full interview will be exclusively available at patreon.com/Blako561. I'm editing the entire interview, and anything that we talk about that there's video footage of, and every match that we talked about, I'm trying to include the footage in the shoot interview, so I'm putting that all together, and then the full thing will go up on Patreon, motherfucker. Love all you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Later. Cunt.